Hey guys, welcome to the pod seat. My name is AJ.
Hello guys, welcome back to another video. As always, thank you. And just give us the like button, subscribe, give us some comments, let us know what you think. And AJ, what's good today, man?
So today, let's do an update on FRC, First Republic Bank of San Francisco. So tomorrow, FDIC gave out an official statement letting the bigger banks know that, FRC is up for sale and whoever has the best bid by Sunday afternoon is basically the new owner. They will
The taker.
basically have that whole bank, which is quite interesting to me because a lot of these big banks did already give them a lot of money. Bank of America, JP Morgan, PNC, Goldman Sachs, they were giving them like $5 billion, $2.5 billion. And now that $30 billion investment basically went to waste, I guess you can say.
I'm sure there's going to be a way where they're going to keep that money bank. You know, banks don't give money away for free.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they're going to become like a investors. Whoever take over or buy the bank, they're going to have to know who gave what between those $30 billion, and they're going to become investors too. They're going to have say that things to say and decisions to make also. They're going to get involved.
Well, my question is that if that's the case, uh, why are regulators basically not trying to save this bank? Because if there wasn't really much of a systematic risk because they allowed all these banks to fund FRC in the first place, what is going on and why isn't there much details being given out of why this bank isn't allowed to, like, make up for whatever faults that it literally is because depositors are taking out their money and putting it into bigger banks, but there's no actual reason. I mean, they had like good numbers except the fact that $100 billion of their deposits are out of the bank.
We're
So that
taking.
was like the big factor.
Well, maybe the government's not saying anything or they're not talking about it much because they're bigger banks willing to take over.
Well, the
So
big
just
just keeps getting bigger then. So it's like an auction for pennies to dollars. I
true.
mean, I would like to see the FDIC like give other people the chance to bid on the bank too, if anything, if there's like a big firms or anything like that that actually want to turn it around or give it get an opportunity to turn it around, to not have like a monopoly on the banking system, because that's what it looks like it's happening, and that's not
Well,
healthy for capitalism.
at all. But maybe those. First of all, which bank are the ones the front runners?
Well, right now the front runners are JP Morgan, PNC, Bank of America, and the ones that are sitting out are Goldman Sachs, Wells Fargo, and Citigroup.
But even though Citigroup and Goldman Sachs and Wells Fargo, those are not small banks either.
Well,
So either way you see it,
the reason why I
just the
think
bigger fishes are the ones taking the first option.
yeah,
I mean,
the
they
reason
are
why
the first ones
Goldman
to
Sachs or Wells Fargo taking the action, because they've already been imposed with a lot of, fines
issues.
because of how they were with other clients, like how Wells Fargo's debacle happened. So JP Morgan is more of a stronger bank, and I think I assume they're gonna be the ones taking over because they have like more of the power, and they're and like than other banks. They control like $3 trillion worth of assets and stuff. So I mean, this is like a piece of cake for them.
Yeah, but they're still gonna make it's in a way it's good because whoever has money in that bank is gonna be safe. But at the same time, adding to what you're saying is that it's not a good thing when big banks are taking over small banks. PNC in in Texas, they bought a bank not too long ago. What was it, like a year or two ago? They bought a bank called Compass Bank. So, and now it looks like they're chasing more banks to take over. And we do need options. Options are good. So for these big banks to take over, you and I, we're not gonna have the option to go to a different bank. Every bank that you mentioned, either JP Morgan, Bank of America, City Group, Wells Fargo, most of these banks, or every single bank, every one of these banks had customer service issue. They have problems. These guys don't, I guess they're too big, and customer service is not, it's not a thing for them. They don't really, it's not there. So when you go to a small bank, you can actually feel like they want to take care of you, because I've been through that. I have experienced that. Going to a small bank, these people pay attention. Big banks, you're just a number. But hopefully, First Republic Bank is somebody jumping, which it looks like it will, and they're gonna save him. So that basically means that they're gonna save a lot of jobs too, and which is, that's a good thing. That's a great thing.
Yeah. So quick fact on the bank failures in the past, just this past century from 2000 to 2023, especially in during the financial crisis time from 2007 to at least 2010, there was at least 326 banks that were acquired by other banks. 326 banks shut down and got acquired. So in 2023 alone, right now, there's three major banks that have, are closing down. First Republic of San Francisco, SVB, and Silvergate Capital. So, and most of these, or all three of these banks are in California. So what's going on over there?
That's good. That's my question. That's I would like to know that. If anybody knows, please let us know. Comment, let us know why you think this is happening. But it's only California.
If I was to take an estimated hypothesis of what is happening, I think a lot has to do with the first one. Silvergate Capital was cryptocurrency related. SVB was also cryptocurrency related. First Republic Bank is still a local regional bank, so it doesn't really have much to do with that cryptocurrency. SVB was one of the top cryptocurrency banks that were funding venture capitalists. But now that this is being seized by the government, and now for sale, it just looks like, when is it going to stop?
Yeah.
Is And usually following these bank, like it starts off small, like 3 banks, 4 banks, and then if these rate, like the main thing is coming up this week, May 3rd, is like going to be in focus, full throw focus. It's gonna have the interest rates. Is it gonna go high, and is the Fed gonna stop? That's the big question. So if they do decide to do a rate hike, you'll probably see the stock market probably tumble. If they continue, if they also say keyword continue on with the rate hikes throughout 2023, that will probably cause a little crash to happen. But if they say we will do a rate hike and then stop, because we're having, I mean, there's banks that are failing, obviously.
Yeah.
So with this next rate hike, you won't see the effect right away. You don't see it within a year. So you might not even see it till like 2024, where more banks might, if they want to pause it, and that's still not like, a good place to be, because we don't know where most of these banks have their investments in and everything, and if they can survive if they made bad investment decisions just like SVB did. So we want to know if the key question is if it's going to stop at there, and how the reaction and what the effect is from these rate hikes. We'll find out in like a year. But if they continue, we definitely know that it's not going to be a good trajectory of these banks. There's going to be more bank failures coming through. So keep an eye out. And that's why a lot of depositors are taking their cash out and putting it in these bigger banks, which I don't blame them. But I mean, it's more safer, But even then, like putting it in big banks and stuff like that, just, be careful not to have all your eggs in one basket, to have a backup plan. Talk to your family about what you can do to, like, make sure your money's in safe hands.
Right. Yep. That's very true. And it's just to, add to what you're saying, having everything in one bank is not a good thing. You have to have more than one account. And a lot of people don't even have enough money to have more than one account, you know. But it is good to understand what would it happen if the bank you bank with is in trouble. Is your money safe? Go to your bank, ask questions. I usually, when somebody at the bank start talking to me, I start asking questions. I want to know what the future of the bank is. I don't care how big the bank is. Could be Chase, uh, it could be Bank of America. I still ask questions because I want to know. I want to know, especially if they tell me what the future is and what they're planning to do as a company or as a bank. That tells me how they see the market, how they see the economy in 6 months, in a year. And that's how I go by too. I understand how the bank is trying to move, and I try to move. I'm not I don't have a lot of money, but the thing is that you have to know whatever the amount that you have is your money, you work for it. So keep it safe.
Right.
Keep it safe.
Well, that's all I got for the update. We'll definitely update you what happens tomorrow and what FR or who the new owner of FRC is going to be. So keep in touch, and like always, like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you later.
Yes, thank you guys. Take care. We will see you in the next one.
Bye bye.